Hello guys, welcome back to Underdog Painting. So in this video I'm going to show you guys how I've gone about painting Qulathis the Excile. I hope I've said that right, from the Curse City box set. So these are the colours behind that you will need to paint said model. But if you want to keep up to date with anything that's happening on the channel and you'd like to support me, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that bell notification. It really does help the channel grow. Alright guys, go and grab your paints and your brushes and let's crack on. Right guys, so we start off with the model sprayed with black, but before that what we've done is we've put some Vallejo texture paint down and waited for that to dry and then sprayed the model just so we get the basin sorted. Then what we're doing next is painting all the leaves and stuff like that with Caliban green. Now this green is quite thin, I think, so 2 to 3 coats should work just fine. So yeah, you want it all over the back dress or the skirt of it, the thing where the arrows go in, and the front loincloth and the shirt, basically. Like the box art for this is a little bit different. It introduces some purples and stuff, but I just wanted it to be kind of traditional wood elf colours, so basically just green and browns. So that's it there with 2 coats of the Caliban green, and now what we're doing is we're going to go over with some browns. So what we're doing is painting Rhinox hide on the boots, on the, I don't know what you call them, but like the sleeves across the arms, and also the horns and the bow itself. So the next colour we're going to use is some Mechanica Standard Grey, and what we're doing is just painting all the fur trim around the model. So again, that's all around the dress at the bottom. Got some fur across the top of the boots. Yeah, so just get a nice base coat colour of this Mechanica Standard Grey. So next up we're going to be painting some more leather, but just to make it a little bit different from the boots and the sleeves, we're just going to paint it with some Steel Legion drab. So basically all of the inside of the skirt, as it were, and it's got some on the just underneath the armpits as well. So just base coat that in with Steel Legion drab. Just take your time. Obviously, if you do make a mistake, just go back over with the original colour. So now we're coming to the skin on the miniature. Now, there's not that much skin on here, so basically it's just the top half of the face and the head, and then the hands on the model, really, that you can see. So we just base coat them with Rakarth flesh. I wanted kind of a light coloured skin to this model, so this, for me, is just the perfect colour to use. So the next part of the model we're going to be painting is the hair. So I always struggle with hair, if I'm honest, so I never know what colour to paint it, you know. So I just thought, let's do blonde. So Xandri Dust is a colour that you're going to need, so just base coat all the hair with that. And again, just be careful around the top. Next colour we're going to use is Retributor Armour. So we're going to be working on the metallics here. So at the front of the model, it has a belt buckle, should we call it, and then round the back as well, where the sword and the arrows go in, there's some decorative pieces on there, so we just base coat that with Retributor Armour. So the next part is all the silver part. So we're just going to base coat these with Iron Hand Steel, kind of a nice bright metal look. So that goes on the end of the arrows and the little decorative piece on the bow. All the base coats are now down on the model and it has been washed with Agrax Earthshade, so now is the time to highlight the model up. So what we're doing here is just going over the green again, but what we're going to do is use War Flesh. So this is obviously a brighter colour green than the Caliban green, and we're just going to go over all the green parts, leaving the Caliban green in the recesses with that Agrax Earthshade wash. This can be a little bit time consuming, so just take your time because there is loads of straps and stuff like that. But yeah, get a nice point on your brush and it should be quite easy to do. Then for another highlight, what we're going to do is go back over again, same process again, but this time with Lorien Forest, but just doing the edges. Obviously with this being a wood elf, you can do, like some nice different browns or reds and stuff like that, just to give it a nice autumn feel, or just, leaf colours basically. But yeah, just go around and paint Lorien Forest basically in the centre of where you've just painted, leaving the existing colour from the last time on the outside. So the next part is painting the Nurglen green. So this is the final highlight on the green part. So basically just paint this on the edge of every leaf or strap that is green. Just do it quite sparingly. Obviously take your time because there's quite a lot. But yeah, I think it works quite well. So now that's all the green finished, now we're going to work on the brown. So we've got like the horns on the top of the head, the bow itself. So what we're going to do is just paint some Mornfang brown, watered down quite, well, maybe 2 parts water to 1 part paint, just so it gives a nice little transition once it's all dried, quite a natural transition. And what we're trying to do is just paint this at the top of the horns and at the top and bottom of the bow, just to give it a nice gradient look, going from dark to light. Then we're just going to get a bit of Steel Legion drab and do the exact same thing, just going further and further to the top of the horns and further to the top of the bow, just to again give that illusion of dark to light. So the next part we're going to do here is just go around the model again where we've painted that Mechanica Standard Grey for the fur trim, and we're going to use Dawnstone, I think what colour it was there, yeah, Dawnstone. So this is again quite a bright highlight, but again works very well because it leaves that nice dark colour in all the recesses. So again, take your time and just work your way around the model. Final highlight for the grey part is with Administratum Grey, and what we're doing is just painting the very ends of it, just so again, so it gives that transition of light to dark. You don't have to do it on all the fur. Obviously, just do the ones that are in light, as it were. But yeah, take your time and go around the model and paint Administratum Grey on. The highlight in the hair. Now, obviously, he's got quite a lot of braids in this hair, and if you want to sit there and paint each individual braid, you're a better man than me. So we're going to get the dry brush out with some Ashabti bone. And basically, we just dry brush over the top, a very, very light dry brush. And it doesn't matter as well if you get this on the horns, because again, it's given that little transition from dark to light at the top. We do this on the bow as well, just on the very edges. So we're coming up with the final stages of the model now, and we're just going to reapply some Rakarth flesh to the knuckles and the top of the face there, just to give it a little bit of a highlight. And with the Rakarth flesh now done, that is the model completed. So let's go take a look at what the model looks like once it's based and finished. So this is the model all painted up, guys. Just a quick base there. Again, I used Vallejo texture stuff. Doesn't matter what colour, because you put that on before you spray the model, and obviously you can just paint it whatever colours. I did a few skulls to the base, but yeah, very, very happy with how this model has turned out. Hopefully you can see all the little transitions there and stuff like that. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Like I say, it really does help the channel grow. It supports me a lot. So yeah, so thank you very much. Alright guys, I'll see you next time.